Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne. We are backstage at Slam Dunk Festival 2023. Malevolence are on the lineup. Wilkie joins me now. How are you, man?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you today?
Not too bad. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Now, let's dive right in. Slam Dunk, always a great moment on the festival calendar. How was that moment for you yesterday? Seemed like a big reaction in that tent.
It was our second time ever headlining a festival tent. And to be honest, it was really, really wild. So shout out to anyone that was there, anyone that came to check us out. I know that we are a little bit of an outlier on this lineup. We're like probably the heaviest band on the bill, quite considerably. So I know it might not be to everyone's taste at Slam Dunk, but I feel very proud to be representing metal at a pop punk festival.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. It feels like it's expanding into that world a little bit more. You're getting more of that audience coming to Slam Dunk. It's kind of it's like establishing its own little corner, its own little area of this scene, which has got to be really, really nice to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel really lucky that we're able to do, for example, we can do Bloodstock, and we can also do Slam Dunk, and we can also do Outbreak Fest. And there isn't really many bands that are capable of doing all of them and having success there, you know what I mean? Because how many bands play Bloodstock that also play this? You know, it's like two parallel worlds happening, and I feel very grateful to be able to straddle both of them.
Yeah, no, it's a nice position to be in for sure, and a unique one as well. Been a little minute since the album kind of came out, which is very, very cool. It's going to be nice to finally be actually playing some of those newer songs in front of the crowd. Anything surprised you about that? Anything surprised you about getting those new songs finally in front of an audience and seeing what those reactions are?
Yeah, well, we find that it takes like, so the record has been out for a year, I think last week, and we find that it takes around 12 months for, you know, the impact, or maybe even longer, for the impact of the record to be felt. So we're still feeling it growing now, 1 year on, you know, because some people maybe they were fans and they didn't get around to checking it out, or maybe they're just hearing about it now because we're touring really, really heavily at the moment. So we still have loads of new people coming in. So yeah, we're still feeling it growing, which is really cool, like seeing all the numbers online and stuff. And then also, like, in regards to the songs, like you mentioned, you never really know which the people are gonna like. Like, we're always like, okay, this one's gonna be the big banger, the one that smashes at festivals, and then it might be the one that you totally didn't expect, which is the fan favorite. Which is, I mean, no, I speak to a lot of people in other bands, a lot of other creatives. It's the same, even in, you know, in regards to merchandise, and in regards to songwriting, in regards to nearly anything creative. It's very, very hard to predict what's going to bang and what doesn't.
Yeah, nice to take people by surprise, I guess, sometimes as well. People are like, oh, that's interesting. That's the one that's going to get the reaction. There's kind of maybe a sleeper on the album. It makes a lot of sense. And speaking of that kind of thing, you know, bringing out tracks you don't necessarily know what's going to happen. Love the Anastacia cover. Well done on that. Well done. I chatted to your boy Alex about this recently, actually, and I was begging him. I was like, please do it live, just once for me. He was not necessarily that sold on the idea. What do you think?
We're probably never going to play it live. And I don't know if he told you this, but to tell you the truth, literally everyone on our team and everyone involved in the release of that record told us not to do it. Because they were like, okay, we're going to do this split. You've got to contribute one cover. The other band, one band's doing At the Gates, the other band's doing Cannibal Corpse. So if you don't know what that is, these are both like 90s metal, like very serious metal classics. And we were like, well, nobody needs to hear us doing Hatebreed or Crowbar. Like that's what was suggested by the label and by the other bands involved. So we were like, fuck it. We've always talked about covering that song because, like, in the practice room we cover just fucking around. Can I swear on here? Sorry. We just cover like silly things. You know, we're just singing songs or whatever, and we're like, these lyrics and this arrangement would just translate so well into metal. And yeah, the label told us not to do it, our management told us not to do it. The other bands on the release thought it was lame. But yeah, we were like, fuck it, like, we like it. Let's put it out there. It'll be, regardless of if people like it or not, it's going to be a talking point. And I think people didn't really expect that from us, which is funny, so whatever.
Hey man, good to see you. All the best with everything else. We look forward to more new music and all that kind of thing as well, all right? Welcome everybody.